then he says this. Listen to this. Verse 34. At first I didn't get it. He goes, salt is good. But if salt has lost its taste, how shall its saltiness be restored? It's of no use, either for the soil or for the manure pile. It's thrown away. He who has ears to hear, let him hear. So then I understood the tower thing. I understood the war thing. But then he goes, salt. He goes, salt is good, isn't it? Yeah. He goes, okay, but what if salt loses its saltiness? What are you going to do with it? Okay, so flavorless salt. He goes, there's no use to flavorless salt, right? He goes, you can't throw it in the dirt because dirt's good. Things grow in it. He goes, it's not even fit for the manure pile. He goes, because manure is good. It fertilizes. And you put that flavorless salt on it, it could ruin it. And so he explains this whole thing, and he goes, he who has ears, let him hear. What was his point? His point was, he says, look, you guys all look like salt. He goes, but what if salt doesn't have that taste to it? What if you don't have this saltiness to really just go the whole way with me? If you don't have this whole, I will pick up my cross, I'll die for you, he's saying you're worthless to me. He looks at this group of people and he goes, what am I going to do with a bunch of people that won't go to the cross with me? What am I going to do with a bunch of salt that doesn't have flavor? Do you understand what he's saying? He doesn't say that, hey, you're in this process. No, he just goes, man, unless you're willing to go all the way with me, I'm not interested. You don't have the saltiness. He goes, I don't even know what to do with this whole crowd. He goes, you're like flavorless salt. It's like, think about what he's saying about flavorless salt. He goes, there's nothing to do with flavorless salt. Like you're worse than the dirt. He goes, you're worse than crap. So he's going, so if I have a pile of crap here and you're standing on it, I'm like, get off, you're ruining my crap. That's what Jesus is saying to this crowd. He goes, what am I going to do with you? You guys would ruin crap. I'm going, man, Jesus, take it easy. Right? No wonder everyone's leaving. So I'm reading this stuff and I'm looking at Jesus and I'm just going, man, doesn't make sense. Maybe I'm watering rocks. Maybe I'm with a bunch of flavorless salt. Let me ask you something. I'm going to put a little salt in my pocket. Now let's say I got a little bit of salt. See it? See that? Okay, let's say this is real salt. Okay? This is real salt. It's got flavor. It's just a little bit of it, but this is the real salt. Now let's suppose I have a container of flavorless salt. Okay, let's say this is a bunch of salt that has no flavor. What would be the point of taking this good salt and then going like this? Can you see any reason for doing that? I do. So you can walk around and go, look how big my pile is. See, I like doing that. How big's your pile? Look how big my pile is. I want to go around telling everyone, look what a big pile I got. I'm just going, pile of what? We like this. Come on, let's just be honest. Don't you like this? I like big crowds. I cannot lie. you other pastors can't deny. It's just this, isn't it true? We like it. We like this thought of just, bragging about this or that and everything else. You walk around with this little pile.